Live. Oops.
Oh man, we doing this again, huh? You got your noodles ready?
No more noodles, dude. No more noodles, dude. Last Tuesday, dude, was hell on me, dude. It was hell on my bowels, dude.
I think it was hell on us all the way around, bro.
I'm sitting there, dude, because I'm sitting there, I'm walking around fucking my job and shit, dude. I'm like, all of a sudden, I just like you just feel that like stomach just like ball up and just. I don't know if you ever felt your stomach punch itself, but that's what it felt like. I'm not gonna lie.
Not really, but I will tell you one thing. I had vivid and incredible dreams that night.
Jeez, crazy. Like, what was it? What was it? That chili sauce, dude? It was fucking crazy.
I don't know. It was something different, but oh man, I'm glad to be here, dude. Good to see you. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. Like I tell, I'll tell you one thing. I'm happy that I didn't go to bed that night, just like right after the show.
You said
we sat here, like, no, we sat here talking a little bit, you know.
Yeah, but what I was, you said you were going to about ready to head to bed, and then next thing I know, an hour later, you and I are sitting here just yakety yakking.
Yeah, we're actually what we're doing. We're actually making your D&D character right for Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're working on that. A couple ideas for that for Critical Idiots that we got coming up. Man, episode 101, baby.
Yeah, dude, I know, man. 101 episodes, dude. And so I know that people get tired probably hearing me say this, dude, but it just amazes me how far we've actually come from the back in the days of doing GTA virtual podcast, you know, which is still, which in itself, you know, was crazy. To just an idea to be done in all, you know. I think back then I had more like visions and goals of creating this whole universe of virtual GTA celebrities. You know, I had that dream, I had that vision that I wanted to see. Like, imagine being well known across like the multiverse of GTA and 5M servers, that you could be like, hey, I want to go into your city. What's going on? Like let's say you're a singer. You're a singer. You've promoted your character as a singer this whole time. And just being able to go into different cities and people know you.
Yeah.
I think that was the idea that was just crazy to me. The concept overall of why I wanted to create like Phat and Spicy.
I'll be honest, dude. I just wanted a place where I could sit and talk to you, where we could just chill, just do our thing. Like, yeah, when we did the virtual thing, dude, I loved it. Like, we had a lot of fun. Uh, but we also you and I had a lot of time to sit in the game and do our thing. Like, we could play the game, we could talk about our antics that week, and then I got a new job and you got the kids and everything now, and it's just we couldn't spend I still can't find the time, bro, just to play. I just can't. And it really sucks. You
Yeah,
know,
I get so many invitations, dude. And people want me to go back and play it. I'm like, dude, I haven't RP'd, I haven't role played in a GTA server in months.
I got
I feel
Yusuf,
like
when you coming back? I got Savage, dude. He's like, when you coming back? We're waiting for
it's
you.
not, and
You
it's
got to
not that
come in and be a number. But
it's not that I don't want to. I do miss it. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the creativity. I miss having fun. It's just like I said. I got a lot of things. We got again. You got behind the pint. We got critical idiots coming up. There's so many more moves that we're making on a bigger scale. That
dude, I gotta have 4 shows a week to do. Like, when do I have
yeah,
time for myself?
that is time for yourself. Your show.
Yeah, well, I mean, what do I got? I've got 2 Fat and Spicies. We've got Critical Idiots, and then my recording of Behind the Pint. That's a lot, And
There's
then,
still.
like, the new Star Wars game came out, bro. You saw me. You saw it the other day. I was streaming it,
Yeah, I like to sit
and
there and watch you sometimes while I'm just sitting there. I got nothing to do. I just watch you and I breathe. I'm
just don't do that. You fucking guy. I
like,
love you, dude. But seriously, it like when I was playing Star Wars Galaxies, the old Star Wars game. I was playing Star Wars Outlaws this weekend, and I really felt like I was cheating on my RP bros. I could have been in one of two I could have been in my Red M server or my 5M server, and I wasn't. I was playing a game that single player game, and I kind of felt guilty. Like, why? Why should I feel guilty about playing a game? And I know that I've got other friends out there that want me, and they're building their servers and they want numbers, sure. But I don't want to feel guilty about not playing, which I really did this weekend. And I don't know. I didn't care for that too much.
You should feel guilty, dude. You should feel like a total dirtbag.
Thanks, man.
That's what you are. I wouldn't lie to you. These other people, the viewers, your friends and stuff, they might lie to you, but I would never lie to
I will tell you, it was nice because you got your dream. You remember we went into that server and we were walking around, and
you. Yeah,
I don't know if we'd been there once, and we only saw a limited amount of people, but we were walking down the street. We made our characters. We went back in. Some guy's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Hey, bro." He's like, "Spicy?" I mean, we were recognized by people that we hadn't interacted with before, so that was kind of cool.
yeah.
You get that every once in a while, and I get what you wanted to do, because once we got the in AAC, when we got that studio, dude, I loved that studio with all of my heart. It was a good studio. I thought that was it. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna do our show forever, and like you said, we'll be known through 5M as being good podcasters and people that are committed to doing this. How many of these shows that people do on 5M for stuff like this, how many make them to episode 100? 5%, 2%? How many people show up 2 times a week to do this? Us, dude. Like, that's how much we love this. This is how much we're dedicated to this. Laws is here day in and day out. She works off behind the scenes to get this shit done on her off time. So does Yusuf for my show. He's out there getting me guests and shit. It's like, fuck, dude, look at us now. I'm killing it. Busy, but killing it. Do you ever think that we'd have a staff?
God, the ideas that come through my mind are just horrible. I could have horribly transitioned into one of our subjects that we're talking about with that. Talking about killing it. But anyway, sorry guys. This is just you don't need to hear that. That's the problem. You don't need to hear any of that.
Move your mic up, man. Come on. Get it in. Get it in there. Come on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Shave with that shit.
Jesus Christ, dude.
You gonna
Oh
see the new
man,
Beetlejuice movie?
I am. Well, I don't know. I'm still hoping I can see the Deadpool movie before it
I
gets out
still
of
haven't seen
theaters,
it.
man. Like, so it is something I do want to watch, only because, like, Gambit makes. Obviously, I'm a fan of the Deadpool movies, but I do want to see the little guest appearance of Gambit being in there.
It's just
So
because you
that's
like Channing Tatum, huh? And his
no,
magic Mike dancing.
I'm
it's
not a
true.
big fan of Channing Tatum. I can say that. It's just not. I don't. There's he's a good face to look at. His acting is mediocre.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Like, how hard is it to be in a Marvel movie when all you have to do is make three faces? You're surprised that something happened, right? Look who
Somebody
showed up,
clip that.
right?
You're
You
gonna
have to
find
get
that image on the dark web.
because you're pissed, and then you have to get because you got punched in the nuts. That's the only three things you need to do for a Marvel movie, and then give
You
the
gotta cry.
serious look in the heartfelt moments.
Is that your serious heartfelt?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
It's like you were begging for more.
Maybe that's what I look. I think that's what my
Uh,
wife sees every night when I'm poking her in the side. Like,
just a whimper like a little damn dog.
well, I'm 47. I ain't got many good
Like a
years left
damn,
in me, so I
it's
take
like a
what I can get.
dog begging to be let back in the house.
Yeah. What
Oh
about you,
my
man?
god.
You sound like you got a cold.
I'm actually getting over it, dude. It's the worst of it's already passed. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I took that Vivid, that Vivid vaccine,
What's that?
that cold vaccine. You can't say that. You can't say that word because obviously it's a derogatory term nowadays. The pandemic.
You talking about the Wuhan thing?
Yeah, the woo woo juju.
Yeah. That's right. We can't say that.
Which is
Okay,
crazy. Which is crazy how you can't say it. It's another thing. You know what I'm saying? We're having a freedom of speech, but hey, whatever.
let's take a pause on this. Time out, right? Because I got things to say, and I want to hear your fucking opinion, dude. This
Don't worry
whole
about it.
this whole like you go on TikTok and you read about so and so unalived him. Why do you have to say unalived? Why can't you say the word? Is it because it's some trigger? Is it a political thing? Is it woke? I don't know what to make of this.
It's woke. It's woke. It's woke. It's what it is. It's woke.
Right? It's like, is that what it is? I don't know. And I'm not trying to be towards one side or
It's
the other because I don't know.
in reality, you want to know what it is? It's a form of censorship, dude. That's what it is. Okay, let's just call it for what it is. It's a form of censorship, and it's like, I mean, one could argue it's a form of oppression. You oppress a whole spectrum of people that are a certain age, that grew up, like saying yes, ma'am, yes, no, ma'am,
Yeah.
yes, sir, no, sir. Now all of a sudden you can't greet nobody like that. Because now you don't know. You're doing it out of respect because what you were taught. Now all of a sudden it's improper. It's wrong to do that. Now it's like don't say Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
It's Happy Holidays now. It's just like
But I'm cool with happy
at what
holidays. I'm cool with Merry Christmas. Isn't it the same sentiment overall though? Like, isn't it
let
just
it
whatever you
be.
want to say? Happy
Let it
holidays. That
be
includes
what
Christmas and
you
New
know
Year's
what
and
I'm saying.
Thanksgiving.
Like nobody is going up to you and saying, the power of Christ compels you.
No,
Like if
no.
it's a Merry Christmas, like, oh, thank you.
Look,
They didn't mean nothing by it. Nobody's trying to come at you. Nobody's attacking you.
look. I say Merry Christmas. I say Happy Holidays. I tell my kids, "Are
Happy
you ready for Christmas? Are you
Happy
ready for?" I
Kwanzaa.
mean, it's all that I don't. So we all know that I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God, but we still celebrate Christmas. It's a thing. It's a holiday. I'm not. I don't like to blow shit up, but I still light fireworks on the 4th of July. You know what I mean? I don't know why we do it, but we do it. Is it to simulate the rocket's red glare? I mean, I don't understand why we do the fireworks thing. Maybe somebody can
It's
fill
a
me in on that. Like,
celebration. It's a celebratory thing, man. That's all it is. It's a celebration.
but why fireworks?
I think I don't. Wait, do they do fireworks on Christmas? I've never
No,
seen
4th of July,
fireworks
I'm
on
saying.
Christmas. Oh, 4th of July. Isn't
Yeah,
that
no, the only fireworks you get on Christmas is when you fucking put the candle too close to the tree.
I would assume it's like let the rockets, and the freedom ring, all that in the air, because I think in our minds there is no freer place than in the air. What does it say? Free like a what? Like a bird.
You ever dreamt like you were flying?
I know. I dreamt I was filling a pool with a water hose, and I woke up. My pants were wet. No, anyways.
No, seriously though. Have you ever had a dream that you were a bird or that you were flying or like something like that?
No, I had a dream that I was falling before. And those were fun.
I have a ton of those.
You get the whole like experience of like just like you feel that sensation. It's crazy.
When I'm falling, I'm usually hanging first, like gripping onto something, and I have to make the decision of whether or not to let go.
I was just like
something tells me that I don't know. I know I'm dreaming, and I just let go. And I know and as soon as I fall, I wake the fuck up. Just like I don't do that whole like sit up in bed thing, but I definitely
crazy,
wake
dude.
up. I've only sat up in bed once.
From what I know, from what I was told by my brother, he said I used to sit up in my sleep when I was young.
We have a video about falling in your dreams. You guys want to watch it?
Yeah. Oz you got something? Yeah, put it up, please.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna watch it.
Dreaming of falling is one of the most common dreams humans have. If you wondered why people have this dream and what it means, listen on. Falling dreams often symbolize a lack of control in your waking life.
I've heard that.
Like your subconscious is saying, hey buddy, things are spinning out of control. Time to grab the wheel. But fear not, dear dreamer. These gravity-defying escapades can also be an invitation to face your fears head-on. Perhaps there's a situation or challenge that has you trembling like a leaf in a whirlwind. Your dream is nudging you to confront those fears and regain your footing. So gather your courage, tie up your superhero cape, and take a leap of faith in your waking life. Just remember, even if you're free-falling in your dreams, you've got what it takes to soar to new heights. Remember, dreams are like cryptic messages from your subconscious, so falling dreams are your cue to take control and conquer the chaos. So strap on your dream goggles, hold on tight, and embrace the thrill of the fall.
You get your dream goggles on, buddy?
What do you guys think of
what about dream interpretations?
Well, dream interpretations, or what he's saying?
I mean, this to me, if you want to get down to it, I would like to believe that there are dream interpretations. I would like to believe that there are, like prophecies that you see in your visions, you see in your dreams. But realistically, the realist part of me is like, I can make anything make sense to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to sell you a carrot, I can sell you a carrot.
Yeah.
And tell you the benefits of it, that it's going to increase your eyesight, in the long run. Will you leave it? Will you live to see that long run period? No, probably not. Are you going to notice the change in the carrots in your vision? Probably not.
Not if they're given to you sweetly and easily.
And I'm not saying that carrots don't prove you. It's been proven, but I'm just saying like, people eat carrots now thinking that their eyes are going to get like super better.
Yeah,
it's not. But it's like if I sat there and said, "Oh, Spicy had a dream that all of a sudden, he had a wallet and the money just started flying out of it." I could be like, "Oh man, that's a symbol of new beginnings. You got to let go of the past." Or maybe it's like, "Oh, you're holding on to all this weight on your shoulders, and the money releasing is your need to release it all. Just let go and stop worrying." Or I could be like, "Hey, maybe financial disruptions coming to you. It's symbolizing that all your money, you're about to lose it all." It's whatever I want to feed you.
Wasn't that how these tarot card people make their living?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you can read those cards however you want, or people with the tea leaves, or they drop the bones. It's like, oh,
look at Josh out here. He said, "I eat a lot of carrots. I'm blind as a bat." And we all know, if anyone, nobody knows that absolutely, but Josh, he is famous for his carrot juice addiction.
You with the carrot
juice. He drank so much carrot juice, his lips were orange.
See, I don't want Drano. I want Scotch.
His pigmentation in his skin actually started changing color. Which is true. It will. Anyways, yeah, dude. I mean, like I said, it's just like I said, what I want to believe in. Yeah, I think anybody wants to believe in something, right? But like I said, the realization sits into me, and then it's like, you know,
I'll tell you, the most disappointed I was ever been in a dream when I woke up was I dreamt that I was at a roulette table and that I was packing all these chips into a bag and walking out of the casino holding the bag, right? When I woke up, I had the
clip this.
sheet. The sheet was in my hand that I was gripping the bed sheet like it was the fucking bag. I woke up and I felt it and I'm like, no way. I looked down, it's a sheet. I'm like, shit.
Dude,
Come
I
on, you
tell
can't
you,
tell me that something like that's never
no,
happened to you.
dude, it's happened to me more than times than I can count, and I can't tell you how many times that I was like, because I'm one of those dreamers that I know I'm dreaming.
Mm.
You know, like I'm aware that when I'm asleep, and there's more than times that I can count that I've tried to bring something back from the dream world with me.
Yes, right.
And I clutch it so damn tight, dude. I'm like, you're coming back with me. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I've tried.
A weird dream that I've had that comes back and forth is I dream that I'm in a car, but the road does this. And I know that if we get to the top, we're going to fall, but we keep on driving. And then usually I wake up before we hit the apex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever had the dream that you're naked in school?
No.
No?
I've never actually dreamed that I was naked in front of my class or in my underwear or anything like that.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
dreamt that
know.
I was walking through the halls of my school in my bathrobe, but it was a short bathrobe and I had no underwear on. So it was a creepy dream.
But my brother said he had no dream that he had no pants. He had a dream that he had no pants on. Y'all want to hear
Oh,
that
you got your
story?
brother there.
Let's hear that story.
Bring him in. What do we got? Introduce this guy. By the way, we never introduced ourselves to anybody who's watching. 23 minutes
Oh
in.
yeah, dude.
In case you're watching, I'm fat.
No,
He's spicy.
this is not fat. This is fat. We're not
No.
twins. Okay, just so everybody knows.
Sure?
We're not twins. No, we're not twins.
All right. Oh, you're muted, buddy.
They say. Oh, I'll use your mic. They say he looks like me.
I said I'm the handsome one.
You guys look similar. You got the same taste in hats, I'll tell you that. What's going on, man? What's your name, buddy?
I hope it looks similar.
I don't think we've never met.
I'm Edward.
Edward, welcome to the show, buddy.
I appreciate it.
So tell me about this dream of yours.
I don't know, just randomly every once in a while I'll go back to my high school days and I'll be walking around the school with no pants on.
No pants.
No pants. Just balls, wiener hanging out, just round around.
Just your fat and spices for the world to see. I love it.
Yeah. Just and then it feels so realistic, and I'll be like, oh shit, I ain't got no clothes on. What am I gonna do? And then everywhere I look, all the doors are closed, and there's nowhere to go.
You got no escape.
And nowhere to go. Just people looking at me. I was like, well, I'm here today.
The only high school dreams I have the dreams where I'm like starting over, but I know I'm starting over. Like I'm older, going back to high school. I'm like, I'm gonna do it right this time. Usually the naked dreams, like the one that you had, like where you're walking to class or whatever, you got no pants on. Usually for me, those are the ones that I'm usually back in like 7th, 8th grade for that. Because I didn't have a good 7th, 8th grade. So I think maybe I felt exposed and vulnerable, maybe. Again, you can interpret these dreams however you want.
Yeah, mine always comes back to when I'm in high school.
High school. How was your high school experience? Was it fun? Was it bad? Good?
I did a lot of fighting. A whole lot of fighting. Because of this guy. Oh, this guy.
You just beating the shit out of your brother?
No, not him. Beating the shit out of people that mess with him.
Oh, well, yeah. There's that. I wasn't a fighter. I wasn't a mean guy. But like I'm like you guys. You mess with one bean, you get the whole burrito,
So it was like this. I was like the bully of the bullies.
I'm sorry, I had to say it.
Talking about it, I want a burrito now. I'm hungry.
This guy. We need to get this guy on the show more.
This guy right here.
Oh yeah, look at the chat. Look at the chat. Absolutely said the hat gives him more credibility than both of you.
And it only cost me $250.
That's not bad though. So what is a hat like that? Like on average, are they about $250?
That's like on the low end.
Okay.
And then it just kind of just goes up.
I saw Jacob showed me some boots one time that he had that
Oh yeah.
was it you that bought them for him?
No.
No. Wasn't there a bet or something? What was the story with that, Jacob?
No, you're talking about.
Uh-oh.
That's my fault. That's my fault.
Oh.
You're talking about Isaiah's fish boots.
Oh, the fish boots.
Yeah, the
those-
fish boots. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like
So
some
what were those?
piranha skins or something like that.
Yeah, right. Like he showed me a picture of the fish. It was crazy. I wish we could
Yeah.
find those boots. We'll show them
It's
next week.
Yeah, it's a you gotta be real careful when you wash them and stuff. You gotta treat them right and stuff. A special cleaner.
That's
Th-
true with a
those
lot of
guys
boots.
wondering-
Though.
That's like me. You gotta do special treatment.
Oh,
There's nothing wrong with my brother's neck, guys. He's just holding the headphones up.
Oh, that's
No,
cool,
but-
man. We
you know,
get it.
it's,
No, like a DJ.
you know,
You can do it like a
get ready
DJ.
just- to get ready just to break bite down. I know. I wish I could do that, but like, I put it right here and it just falls off my head.
Now you're all right, man. Good to meet you, dude. Like I've met a couple members of his family. I've seen him walking around like when I'm talking to him during the day. I don't know
Most
if I've
times you
met
see
you
me
before.
with no shirt on. You know.
That was you with the no shirt. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's Edward. Next time I'll say, "What's up, Eddie?"
I think I saw that one day too when you guys were doing karaoke.
Oh, you were trying
Oh,
to look at
shit.
my nips.
I was.
I knew
Yeah.
it. I knew it.
So what about you, Jacob? You ever get any of them weird dreams like that? Like the nakeds or like your teeth falling out or crashing your car or anything like that?
I've had dreams with my teeth fell out.
Oh,
Hmm.
I've had dreams. I don't want to get echo when we're talking. When I'm talking.
Yeah. It's better if you guys go back and forth
Yeah.
to mute and unmute.
Yeah, so my dreams more consisted of like evil things, like demonic things.
Like you dream about monsters or what?
Yeah, I guess you call them monsters, into these evil things that were
Are they
Okay.
nightmares? Like, are you terrified or are you like just used to it? Or what?
used to it, but at first, you're terrified because you don't, it's you ever walk outside at night and you feel like there's things watching you.
Oh yeah, dude, I live in the woods. Absolutely. There
Oh,
are things watching me.
yeah,
We had a
it's
bear
scary.
walk down our street a
Somebody
week ago.
watching me.
Jeez, come out of nowhere.
That's
our
out of
soundboard.
nowhere. That was
That's
perfect.
our soundboard right there, guys.
I love it. I think it's
No,
time for a little more scotch.
yeah, babe. I used to have weird dreams like that, man. It says,
That's fucking
You see that? It said
Yeah.
Red Lobster whiskey. Red Lobster.
No, it's Johnny Walker Red Label.
no, that's nobody's label. We're not advertising.
We're not-
sponsored.
no,
I'm
we're
not,
not
I'm
sponsored
not giving
by
they're
them.
not a sponsor. I'm not giving them a plug. I'm just saying I fucking love their shit. It's good stuff.
We don't love nothing unless it comes with money.
Hey, have y'all ever tried not your father's root beer?
Not your father's root beer?
I
Yeah.
have.
No,
I have.
I've never heard.
It's good.
Is it hard?
It's actually pretty smooth.
I mean, is it a hard?
Depends on how long
Is
you.
Is it alcoholic?
Yeah.
Oh, it is
It
alcoholic.
is.
Do you know the percentage on it?
5.9, I believe.
Oh, so it's a lot stronger than like a Coors Light. Okay, nice.
We are also not sponsored by Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Yeah.
No, actually, I
Laws
have
is also our
these.
legal department.
I wish they were free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Johnny Walker, if you're out there and you want to sponsor the show, I could use a case of this stuff. And send Jacob and Edward a pack of Not Your Father's root beer.
Wait,
Is
can
it-
we just pause for a moment, real quick? I'm
Hmm?
sorry.
What?
Your
I'm begging
names
for
are
sponsors.
Jacob and Edward. Is anybody
why?
else getting the plug on this?
Well,
Mm-mm.
do you want to get technical? My
That's what I
first name
like.
is actually
Oh
Joel.
no, is this the Team Edward thing, Team Jacob thing?
The Jake.
You know
is your
what?
mom a big fan? Like, what happened?
I'm gonna tell you
I
what.
hope not, because Twilight wasn't a thing back then.
This
Unless my
podcast is
mom's a
still a
time
better
traveler.
love story than Twilight.
But yeah, no, we heard it. We heard the whole thing whenever
I'm sure
Twilight
you
came
have.
out. Yeah.
Where's Vampire at? We need to have a conversation with her. Is she having a trouble? Is she having trouble here with the Jacob and Edward?
Trouble.
She's got to listen to all this in the background. She's sitting to the side, just shaking her head. Just Jesus,
Goodness gracious.
my family, y la familia.
maybe, dude. Speaking of horrible Spanish accents, did you know that the movie Nacho Libre was actually based off a true story?
I heard, yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah,
That
dude.
was
I
a
actually,
thing.
yeah, it was. So it was actually a real priest. I went on Flaws and looked that up while we're talking about it. But it was actually a priest that was by day a priest of an orphanage that was taking care of children, and by night he put a mask on and he was actually like a luchador,
That's cool.
and he was using the money to the. So and then, like I saw the controversy behind it. It was like people were like, they made the movie into something funny, and they were like, there's like, well, it should have been a little more serious considering that what he was doing was honorable. He was like a hero.
They didn't portray him in a negative light. I mean, Jack Black, Plus, come on,
I mean,
priest doing a wrestling movie. That can't be a serious movie. There's no Academy Award giving out for best drama for that one.
Yeah,
I don't care who the
know.
fuck you are. It ain't happening. It has to be a comedy. It was perfect. I loved it. I've seen it like 5 times.
I love Nacho Libre. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I love the movie. Don't get that corn out my face. Love.
Nacho.
Oh shit! There it is. Or with the corn chips. Fucking love that shit, man. That's so good.
Crazy.
So what do you think? I gotta ask you, dude. What do you think about both of you, Tenacious D getting back together after all that crap? You happy they're getting back? I think they're a great creative group.
Everybody makes mistakes, man.
It's like if I said something terrible, right? And you're like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't do the show for a while, let tension settle. I think you and I would creatively still come back together. You know what I mean? At some point.
No, it's like, if you yourself can't overlook somebody, saying something wrong, like you yourself, what are the famous words? He who's without sin cast the first stone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you in your life never done anything that you regret, hey, by all means, step up to the plate.
No kidding, right?
No, don't sit there and point the finger.
It's not the first group that has broken up because of controversy. Whenever the band Bad Wolves.
I've never heard of Bad Wolves.
Bad Wolves. They had
I like that.
Yeah. They when the whole stuff went down with Black Lives Matter, I mean, like there were huge controversy. Like they had different opinions and different beliefs within, the band, and they completely split up because they just weren't having the same views. And they were amazing. Yeah.
Well, at least
I have that video. You guys want to watch it?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Also, Laws, while that's going, can you check and see if we have any leftover TikToks for tonight that we haven't played? Like we only played the cat one that I had.
Leftover noodles.
No.
Any leftover beers?
We played.
I got some
Bro, we played the cat one.
No, I was saying that I think that's the only one that we played from the other week that I had queued up.
Oh.
Anyway, I just like playing the TikToks because like I said, I lay in bed at night for an hour and my wife's like, I'll go to bed at 9:30. She's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep." I don't go to sleep till 11:45 because I'm sitting on my phone, fucking scrolling through TikTok, just laughing.
You scroll your phone when you're trying to go to bed?
Yeah, dude, I'm terrible.
Dude, what's wrong?
But on the other end of it, when I'm ready to sleep, I turn that phone off. I put it down. Like
that's why I go to the bathroom, dude. I scroll in the bathroom. I'm a bathroom scroller.
I can't. My legs will fall asleep.
Sit there and they'll fall asleep. You damn right they'll fall asleep.
He says,
I'm willing to suffer. I'm willing to suffer.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you scroll, drink milk, and go to the bathroom at the same time with only one arm?
Scroll, drink milk. Who was that?
You drink milk on the toilet, Jacob?
That's what I was
He
saying.
does.
You
totally did too.
When did you drink milk on the toilet?
It's fucking sick.
I mean, I am lactose intolerant. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna drink milk, that's where it's gonna be at. That's where I'm gonna end up at.
I don't know.
Then
I am
you were
lactose
fucking
intolerant, so I didn't
lying
bring
to
milk.
me. No, I ain't got no video, guys. Sorry, it's not gonna play. It's not gonna.
No,
play
that's okay. But what? No. We need to talk about this. No. Laws. What information do you have about Fatsy sitting on the toilet drinking milk and scrolling? I want to hear the story.
I'm pretty sure he
remember
was
this.
taking a piss and drinking milk at the same time. There was some conversation that we had.
How would he do
He
that?
was chugging milk and pissing at the same time.
Was this on Tuesday with the noodles?
Maybe. I don't know. It was a long time
I don't
ago.
remember. All right, man. Hey, don't eat on the toilet. That's just nasty.
Look.
You know what? Maybe he should get a hat with one of the beer holders. That way he can do it if he wants. Beer on one side, milk on the other side.
Well, we saw what happened when he mixed milk and beer fucking Tuesday. He almost irped on the show. Look at that face. He's like, no.
I was watching him the other day. I was watching him while he was doing that. I was like, how's he doing the spicy thing? Eating milk or drinking milk, drinking a beer, and eating ice cream at the same time.
Telling you.
Good for him.
So did that all coagulate into like this funky jelly in your tummy or what? Like, how did that suit you? Because you had a concoction there, dude.
I don't know. I don't know what was killing. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let me about a little TMI, but I don't know what was killing my stomach worse. Was it my lactose intolerance with the milk and the ice cream, or the spicy noodles just coming back for revenge? But I will say this. I won't say this because it's not good for the show. So anyways, but yeah, that's it.
Oh.
It's one of the rare few times that I've actually caught myself from saying something.
No, you catch yourself a lot. You have to warn me after the show that I almost said something that would have got us canceled.
I know.
All right. I have a video.
Okay, show us what you got.
Okay.
By the way, surprisingly, I did not have a terrible next day. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it is for me.
Your butt was okay?
Yeah, it was okay. You know, the heat really wore off like almost as soon as we were done with the show. It just dropped off. What do we got? No, go for it. I'm sorry.
No. Keep going.
Let me explain this clip real quick though.
Yeah, please.
So I know you're skeptical about like anything that's paranormal and stuff like that. I know you're
explanation for everything.
Yeah. You're like, I don't believe in perfect marriages. You know, I get it.
I have a perfect marriage. What the fuck are you talking about?
I let my woman cheat on me. It's okay.
I never said that. I never said that.
He said what he said was it would be okay if she did.
It would be okay because I would bring her back. I would welcome her back. She's the mother of my children. Of course, I love her. But anyway, go ahead.
He's basically saying anything can be worked out. Okay, if you love each other.
Yeah,
okay,
anything can be worked out if you love each other. But I don't want to interrupt this guy. I'm curious.
I want you to explain this to me.
All right, show me.
How strange things can get at night. Well, things are about to. We've seen how strange things can get at night. Well, things are about to get a whole lot stranger. This mysterious driver tricks cops into thinking he's about to pull over, then all hell breaks loose. The officers watching this tape get only a quick glimpse of the man behind the wheel. It's the last look they'll get. For a moment, it appears as if the driver and his car have disappeared into thin air.
So he didn't see where they went. That's not paranormal. He just didn't see it.
But in the blink of an eye, the driver comes into view again. This time, he tries to outrun the police rather than just vanish.
Okay. My bad.
His moves are still baffling to the police as he swerves all over the road, driving like a man possessed. And just when he's really thrown the cops for a loop, he gets back on a straightaway, showing off a seemingly supernatural speed.
Supernatural speed. He hit the accelerator, he threw it into second gear, he's flying.
In just a moment, he's going to make a turn into the Twilight Zone. Watch. A fence at the end means no way out, or does it? Even watching it again, cops are unable to make sense of it. All they see is an intact fence and nothing more
this is
than
dumb.
the vanishing taillights of what the Garden City PD has come to call the ghost car.
If that cop car didn't have lights on the top, he also could have hit that fence and gone. The fence just had to fly up if it was unsecured from the other side. It's as easy as that is.
Do
If
you
you
think it
didn't,
was just unsecure fence?
I'm sorry.
You think it was an
I think it was
unsecured
I
fence?
think it was a shitty fence. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had plenty of chain link fences that were unsecured for enough. No shit. You could push them up and walk an army underneath.
If you go back to the actual footage and you look at the fence itself,
Really
it's
thrown the-
angled down at the end. Like you see, watch when he first pulls up to it.
More than the
Right.
vanishing
Right. You see
taillights,
the bar
what
coming from the
Garden
top
City
down
PD
at angles?
has come to call
So it
the
means
ghost car.
it was ran over on that side. Like
I'm telling you, he got over or under the fence. That's all there is to. I mean, there's no supernatural to that.
you see it
I don't think.
right there. It's angled.
Yeah.
It's angled. It's not straight across. It looks like it's actually broken.
Look. If you look at the fence between those two poles that you can see, you can also see that it looks like it's kind of dipped in there, right there.
Right
Back
there.
a little bit
You see how it's
more.
bent? You see how it's bent?
Yep. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not supernatural. There's always a physical explanation. There's no supernatural shit in this world. There's just not. I mean, that's me. You know me. I don't know what you guys.
I got. What's the explanation of why I'm so fat then? Was
Lay
the
off the
beer or was the
chimichanga?
tacos?
Oh, I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. Don't come over to my
No,
house and beat me. I'm just
no.
kidding, man. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Everybody's fluffy, more to love.
Hey, look, dude, I have a dad bod. I got man boobies. I got a big old belly. It's like I'm rocking it. I'm going to live once in this world, and I'm going to tell you what. The doctor's like, you need to eat kale. You need to do this. You need to do that. Fuck that. I'm going to eat what? You know what I got? Look at this. Look at this. Wait. My wife just brought this home for me from her dinner meeting. This is the shit that Spicy eats. This is how you live, dude. Once in your life, you help yourself. And you grab you can't see it. You grab a fat steak and a baked potato. You know what I mean? Like that's what you eat. That's life right there. I just have steak juice all over my computer.
I
Hold on.
mean, really,
how
it's
tender
not
is that
like
meat?
food is not
I haven't
bad
eaten
for
it.
you. It's just like how much you eat of it.
Well, they say that like that Atkins diet, you're only supposed to eat meat. But I guess he died of a heart attack, so who knows what.
I hope that steak is fully cooked.
Yeah, I
No,
hope that
medium
steak
rare,
is
baby.
fully cooked too.
I used to work
I
at
hope
this.
it's
Nice.
overdone. I hope
These are
it's
good cooks.
overdone and it tastes like ass.
Why? Why do you wish bad things on my steak? Why do you hate spicy? Come on, let me have a good
Nobody
steak.
wants to eat ass steaks.
Nobody wants to eat ass steaks.
All right, how do
Look at
you
all you eat.
explain this? How do you
All
explain
right, show me
this?
what. Explain
All
what.
right,
Let
hold
me
on.
see. One of these days you're gonna wow
It
me.
caused
It ain't
controversy
tonight.
a few months ago because it shows a woman who seems terrified because of one thing.
Am I supposed to watch the thing in the left or the bottom right?
On the bottom right, I guess.
A homeless guy who
Okay,
needs a sandwich?
I'm about to say, I see a guy's head. He's looking around, a fiend.
He
I mean,
just
And
unless
dropped
that's
that
like
methamphetamine good, bro.
he just messing around. Okay, so the cat freaked out.
Why
What?
did it switch? I'm confused now.
I don't know. What are you watching?
It's a complication.
This video's
of videos.
unexplained. The cat got its claw caught on the fucking thing and it can't run away. What is unexplainable about that?
It's just a complication of videos. Okay, so let me ask you something
Did
about
you
this.
say
Then,
complication video?
Compilation? What is it?
Oh, I thought
What's
you
it
said
called?
complication.
I did say complication. My bad. It's a complicated
All right.
compilation.
So we explained
compilation.
we explained away the fence thing, right? The fence was fucked up.
So, have you ever seen the Exorcist movies and stuff like that?
Yeah, I love them.
Okay, so obviously you know that they're based off of true events,
Yeah.
right? A majority.
Well,
How do you explain
allegedly.
the kind of? Well, I mean, this is multiple eyewitnesses. Various reports. A lot of these have. How do you explain or what do you say to that? Do you think these people just make it up?
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's a room full of people just making this up.
All right. If we're gonna do this about exorcisms, I got an hour and a half. I can't. I've already, dude. These are deep thoughts of Spicy when it comes to the exorcism stuff because at first I've seen a lot of these videos, and we've all seen them, right? That like the chick's levitating and this and that. I'm gonna tell you that I believe that 95% of these things are because most of these exorcisms happened in the 1900s, 1800s. You know what I mean? They didn't understand what was wrong with these people. So if he has a schizophrenic episode, he's got a demon. Let's exorcise him. Let's cast the demon out. Usually it doesn't work. And I'm going to tell you the truth. In a lot of cases that I've read, the kids that happen, because it happens in a lot of children, are faking. It's been
there's kids out
proven
here
that they're
faking being possessed.
Dude,
Possessed.
you have to believe in a God. Do we want to have this conversation? I've
Do
had
we
just
wanna
enough scotch to have this
conversation?
conversation, you and me, dude. And we'll have Eddie join in too, because I understand that you guys are religious. I'm not. But you have to believe in a God for that. And the God that I believe in wouldn't give children cancer. He wouldn't let you
But
suffer.
see, I get what you're saying with that, and it's always the same,
So
thing. It's always the same
didn't
kind of
God
like
make the devil? Why does the devil work for God? If you don't follow God's law, then the devil will punish you. He's working for God then? They're together. Right? I thought he was the enemy of God. I thought he
no,
was
no. In a sense, they say the devil wants you to do what he wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? They all, it's like, and more or less, like, they say that it's God is giving you the freedom of choice, to choose him whether you want to or not. That's where it comes in.
You gotta understand where I'm coming from, though, right? So if you
Yeah, I
do the
get it.
devil's will, you don't get rewarded. You get thrown in his lake of fire. So either way, you're
Well,
fucked.
I mean, like I said, they're coming after. There's two different things that they want, Um, but going back to that first thing, like I said, we won't get too far into this topic.
No, we don't want to do this.
But
This is too much.
Yeah,
For us.
going back to the only thing I can say to the first thing, where people are always like, well, if God did this and he loved people so much, he wouldn't allow people to die, or he wouldn't allow people to get, S aid, and stuff like that, or alive themselves, or however you want to say it. But again, that's freedom of choice. That's the freedom of being, human, that you have the freedom of choice to make your own choices. But in the end, the book says,
Free will.
that your riches and stuff are in heaven. They're not here on earth. The body
God
that we
lied to
have.
Adam and Eve in the Bible, and the snake was right. God said, if you eat of that tree, you're going to die. Satan said, no, you're just going to have your eyes open. And they ate the fruit, and their eyes were open, and they understood the knowledge of good and evil. So didn't God lie to them when he said you would die if you eat that? You'd become like us, he said in the Bible. It says that if they eat of the tree, they'll become like us. He's talking to the angels and the other gods up there.
I have to go back and look at that. I'm not sure to argue that fact right there. I'm just
saying.
But like I said, we're gonna stick on the same one. But like I said, what I say, my interpretation of that, of the whole, why you let bad things happen. There's always one thing in common with whether you believe in God or the devil, or whatever. They're always after one thing. It's after one thing. What is it? Your soul, your internal soul, right? Okay, so your internal soul lies within yourself. It isn't your physical body. It's in the physical manifestation of yourself. Okay, this is just a body that is borrowed through through time until it decomposes and it rots and it gives out on us. And then whether you're a believer in reincarnation or energy carrying on within the universe or whatever, then you understand that there is a soul, there is energy. So this is what they're after essentially. This is what they want. This is where the life itself, the truth in life itself lies. So it doesn't matter what happens to this physical body, because in the end, it's just borrowed. It's just a borrowed sack of meat that we use to hold our energy, to hold our soul, to whatever manifest our beings in.
But where was my soul before I was born? Because I assume that being dead is going to be like what it was like before I was alive.
Well, I mean, again, it comes into terms. Do
you remember life before you were born?
Like reincarnation, there's like little accounts of like the little kids that remember these lives. Or like that little boy that remembers he was a pilot, and all of a sudden he can identify different planes and in various parts of the plane, and how to actually fly them and stuff like that.
His uncle told him all that shit, man.
He just remembered it as a kid.
No. His uncle was like, "Go tell your parents that you remember being this, and you flew a DC-12." And blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "I flew a DC-12, mommy." And they're like, "Oh my god, you're fucking."
No,
I don't know.
They took this kid like to like actual like airports to see planes and stuff like, and he was there like. But again,
listen, I'm not. You know what I'm going to say about it, and I'll tell you the real truth. It fascinates me because I like to think rationally about it, but I can't disprove any of it. And that's the cool thing, is that I
Who
can't
is that?
disprove it.
So, what's your
I
take
can't
on
disprove.
UFOs? Exist or
Coming
not?
in, coming in with
I
the
think
raid.
I think thank you for the raid. Who was
Yo,
that?
Yusuf, who is that? Who is it
Oh,
coming in?
Yusuf. Hey, boy. I'll tell you about in my opinion, the UFO thing. I think 90% of what we see in the skies is all US made. I think we are testing stuff out in these fields that are well beyond our comprehension. But we can't have them. Remember, I was telling Jacob, remember the stealth bomber, the B-2 bomber, the thing that, the wedge. Back in the early 80s, before that thing was released and they were testing it, it would scare the shit out of farmers because it's flying overhead and doing low swoops. They've never seen anything like this before. They know what an airplane looks like, two wings. Then all of a sudden, you see this triangle, this black triangle just zooming over the fuck of your head. Aliens! We don't have this technology.
So I
1990.
seen something one time. I don't know what it was.
What
It
about the
was
stuff?
not.
Oh, hold on. That's what I'm
Sorry.
talking about is the stealth. That's exactly what I'm mentioning. But I want to hear what Edward saw.
So it was one time. It was I when lived out in Metter. It was on the way to church at night. It was right in the back of the truck, like in the bed of the truck, and laying there looking up at the sky, and I see something that looks to be a plane, but it's not. It's all the way around. It's green, like a green color, all the way around. The whole thing was outlined in green. It just stood there for a second, and then it just took off.
And it actually just shot off.
Yeah, it stood there like right where we're at, and then just it was gone.
And did other people saw it too, right?
I don't know if Jacob seen it or
Did
Benjamin.
you see that, Jacob?
It was me and one of my brothers though.
Okay.
We can't hear you, bro.
Unmute.
My bad. Yeah. So, anyways, real quick, shout out to Absolute. Shout out for Yusuf for the raid. Absolute. Josh, thank you for the subs.
Yes,
man.
we love
appreciate it.
both
Thank
of you guys.
We love you. Love you both of you guys. These are some of our day ones, guys. So hats off to the heads to you guys.
No kidding. Well, remember, Absolute was our first guest.
Yeah, he was.
He played Anton Taxi.
He'd be back. He's trying to grow his dreads out, he said, so he wants to come back with a little more on the top.
I would like to surround myself with green. Just
I'm
gonna do that after the show's actually gonna be playing some bongos.
I gotta wait about 2 more months and I'll be surrounded with it too.
So the last time somebody said that to me, I said, "What, probation?" And they went, "Yeah." So I'm not gonna ask.
green?
No, we have somebody that I used to work with a long time ago. And I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go out back and smoke a little doobage. You want to come?" And they're like, "I can't. Not for 3 more weeks." I'm like, "What? Probation?"
Is that how you say
Yeah.
it? Is that how you say it, like a damn narc?
What? Smoke some doobage?
I'm gonna smoke some doobage in the back.
Well, no, I know everybody, dude.
Yeah, come on.
I got a little bit of the devil's lettuce.
They right? The redheaded stepchild, some of that jungle fungus. I love the jungle fungus, man.
I just could never picture what Spicy would be like trying to buy, a weed or not buy weed because we don't condone that.
We don't condone that, although it's legal.
Purchase flowers from a botanist, on the streets.
Right. I'll tell you what happens.
Now you use dispensaries, right?
Yeah, I can just walk into a store and get whatever I want.
That's a lot easier than but how would you do it before dispensaries? Like you just
let me tell you.
Nice.
So I got 2 stories to tell you. The first one was pretty funny. They're both short stories, but I usually had the guy that we all knew. You hang out with people, the one guy. And you hang out with the people I hung out with, you always know the one guy. He was out, so I'm like, fine, fuck it. Let's go call my other guy. Nothing. I called 3 people. One guy's like, "Call me back in like 2 hours. I'll let you know." I'm like, "Seriously? I'm not going to wait for 2 hours." So now remember, I live in Portland. I go down to Waterfront Park. So on the Willamette River, there's this beautiful park when there's all kinds of shit going on. And a lot of stoners are known to hang out there. So I walk up and I'm dressed
Did you
nice.
go there just because of that?
Oh yeah. And you look for the kids sitting around the circle with the fucking dreadlocks and the pit bull and the bongos.
How old were you around this time?
Oh, I was 23, 24.
Okay.
Now remember, I had just gotten off of work. I'm wearing slacks and a nice button-up blue shirt, and I'm walking. He's already laughing now. He already knows. I walk up to this guy. I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm just looking for a dub." His girlfriend like jumps in. She's like, "Hey, cop, you dropped your badge." What do I do? What did I do? I turned around and looked. And they're like, "Get the fuck out of here." So I'm like, "No, you told me I dropped something. What do you want?" You said I don't know what you told me I dropped. You tell me I dropped anything, I'm gonna fucking look. You dropped your warehouse. I'm like, "Well, no, I didn't." Did. So finally, the guy he saw my face. He sees the hair and whatever. He's like, "This guy's cool. Leather jacket, whatever." So he ended up selling me a dub. It was fine. The second story that I had involved some sketchiness.
Well, the guy getting busted.
Yeah, right. I remember that my buddy turned me on to this other guy. He's like, go get your stuff from this guy. Here's his number. Call him up. He's a buddy of mine. He'll help you out. Well, back in the days, I was driving a Ford Taurus that looked very much like a police car for some reason. It wasn't a cop car, but it looked like one. No, it wasn't not a Taurus, a Crown Vic.
Crown Vic?
A Crown Vic.
That's a cop car.
So, yeah. But I'm not a cop. And so I call this guy and he's like, "Yeah, meet me outside my apartment, no problem." So I pull up, he gets in the back.
Just for the record, real quick, he's not a cop, but he knows a lot about the law. You know what I'm saying? But he also likes to role play cops in GTA servers, but he drives a cop car, but he dresses like a cop, but he's not a cop guy. All right.
And I still drive a cop car. I still drive a
He's
Dodge
just
Charger.
that white guy.
I am that white guy.
Go ahead.
So
He has one of those faces.
right? It's the jaw. That police jaw. So this guy gets in my car. And one of the features of my car is when you get in, the doors automatically lock. And I was going to just start it and turn on some music. This fucking guy gets in the back. We do our business. I'm like, "Hey, man, thanks a lot. I appreciate it, dude." He's like, "Me too." "Oh, the door's locked." I'm like, "Yeah, you're under arrest." I don't know why I said it. I don't know why I fucking said it. "Yeah, you're under arrest." Dude, this guy turned as white as my wallpaper. Just the color drained out. I'm like, "I'm just kidding." He goes, "Fuck you." He sold me the shit. I already had it in my hand. But he goes, "Fuck you," and got out of my car. So about an hour later, I get a phone call from the buddy that hooked us up. He's like, "What the fuck did you do?" I'm like, "I'm just joking." He's like, "You will never get another bag of weed from him again."
Were
And
you
that was
that
the last I
awkward
ever
white
heard of
guy
that
in
guy.
school?
No, I was cool. You know who I was in school? I had the long hair and the leather jacket, and I listened to Metallica. I hung out with the stoner metalheads,
Oh, that was your problem. You listened to Metallica.
and Pantera and Megadeth and AC/DC and all the
telling
good
that
shit.
to a chick. What are the
Wow.
it just they automatically lock? I don't know what you would do.
I don't know.
They just lock like that, it's just the cars, meet, in the car.
But I got the best locks. The locks. Everybody loves my locks.
The locks.
So those are the two. And I told you about the story. I told you when I got ripped off, right? Didn't I tell that story on air?
You got ripped off,
that
dude? That's crazy, man.
Oh,
well,
dude.
let me before you tell us that, let me tell you a story about being extra, extra vanilla in the wrong light. So I had a buddy, right? And he's a good old country boy. Used to drive a Hummer, big bright yellow school bus. And you know what I'm talking about. So he was like, man, so he never smoked a day in his life. But he's always complaining. He's always complaining about back pain. Back hurt. He's a tall dude. I was like, I get it. And my back's hurt, man. My knees hurt, man. It's like he drinks all the time to try to get rid of the pain. I was like, fuck. I was like, you ever tried smoking? He was like, no. I was like, no. He's like, no, man, I never tried. I was like, well, fuck, let's try it. Let's fucking try it. So we're sitting in his little.
This is the first time you smoked?
No, not me. No. But anyways, him. So we're sitting in his little man cave, by the pool table on the couch, and we're sitting there. I'm like, all right, let's go. So I get him, I bring one out, and we smoke it. And again, this is his first time, this is his first time trying to do it, so obviously he's not hitting it right, he's not doing it right. He's like, I don't feel nothing. I was like, well, fuck, we'll light up another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do it. I'm ready. So he's finally starting to feel like, oh, he's like, whoa, he's just like, you see his face, it's just like from here.
Mm-hmm.
So relaxed. And then he's like, oh, I feel great. He's like, I'll be right back. And he comes back and he's like this fucking whole tray of Oreos. You know? He's like, you want something? I'm like, fuck yeah. Fucking eat Oreos in his fucking damn man cave down there on his couch. Just fucking spaced out. Well, anyways, after that, he just becomes like a little addict. He's like, oh man, I felt great. I never felt so bad. I never felt so pain-free in my life. I was like, hey,
that's what happens, right?
So yeah. So anyways, so one day, I'll call my guy. My guy's out of town. I call another buddy. He's like, oh, we got to come over here. You got to meet me. Blah blah. He's like, well, I want to drive out there, man. Let's just go. Let's just cruise to the hood and get some. I was like, all right, that's what you want to do, but I don't recommend it. So we're cruising through the hood, man, in a bright yellow fucking Hummer with a big white dude. And
the big white dude.
Yeah, he's got his cowboy hat all bent, like that. He's got a big old beard.
No.
And he's riding through. And he's like, he pulls up to the side. He's like, oh, there's somebody right there. Because that's where you post up. You just post up. He's like, hey, get that dude. I was like, man.
Out of nowhere, you found some random dude on the corner.
I'm not one to cruise the streets, okay? Like, I don't do it. That's how you get robbed.
Beat you that guy.
You know what I'm saying? But he was insistent. I was like, just wait for the dude. Let's just go to his house. It's not that far. We'll go over there and secure the bag and we're good.
Yeah.
Like, it's safe. Oh, but no. So he's like, all right. He's like, I'll do it, man. I was like, well, you go ahead and do it because I'm not going to do it. And so I lean back and he rolls the window down. He's like, hey, buddy. He's like, hey, buddy. He's like, hey, buddy. The guy comes over, he's like, what's up? He's like, hey, man, I'm looking to get some marijuana. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
That's as bad as me looking for the badge.
I'm reclined, dude. I'm like, I'm just leaning back, just like this, bro. He's like,
and on the forehead, just shit.
He's like, what? Man, some weed, man. I'm looking for some weed. You know where I can get some? And he was like, mind you, this guy knows nothing about the buying game. He doesn't know the terminology. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he gives him the benefit of the doubt. What you looking for? How much you want? And he's like, well, how much can $20 get me? I'm like, let's just go. I was like, just drive. He's like, nah. He looks around.
Just get out of here.
And I was like, the guy's just looking like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right? Yeah. That's the answer. I'll tell you something.
And he's like, and then the caucasity part about the whole thing, dude. When we drive off,
the caucasity.
He's like,
the caucasity. Is that a word? The caucasity?
No. But anyway, he just looks and he's like, when we drive off, he's like, I don't know what that guy's problem was, dude. I think he just didn't want to sell me none.
That's good. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. Can you?
Oh man!
I'll tell you the first time I ever got high. I was 21.
Oh.
I was 21.
Good
I started
on you.
late.
Good on you for waiting.
I went to private schools. We weren't around that stuff. It wasn't prevalent.
It's like sex is marriage. Look at how you for waiting.
So hold on, check this out. I was a security guard at this has been 25 years more, so I think I can safely tell this story. I was a security guard at the Greyhound bus station. And a couple of drivers had been going through this thing where they were getting stabbed and all this shit. So they hired us to put on badges and shit and wand people down and make sure they didn't have any metal shit on them. We kind of abused our power. Like, you're not supposed to bring alcohol on the bus. You're supposed to, whatever. We have to confiscate it because you're not supposed to drink on the bus. So some guy came in. He was doing like this nationwide tour going from Mexico all the way up to Canada. He happened to stop here. And I checked his bag. And there's 2 fucking bottles with the tax stamp on them, the import stamp, Jose Cuervos. The bottles were in Spanish. So, he got them from Mexico and shit. I brought those home. Those were delicious. But here's the thing. Some guy came through and I'm patting him down and I feel he's wearing like military pants with the big pockets and a big jacket. And I'm patting him down and I feel something crunch in one of his pockets. I was like, I pull it out and it's a fucking ounce of weed. I'm like, let's go into the office. So me and the other officer pull him into the office. I was the boss here. and we pat him down. 1 bag, 2 bags. These are all ounce bags. I found out later. 3, 4, 5, 16. He had a pound of weed on him, all on his body. Taking the bus, because who's gonna pat you down on a bus ride, right? You ain't getting on a plane.
You,
Me. I told him, I said, you can leave this here and go on your way, and I'll just tell the police that I found it, or you can go to jail for the night and you're gonna miss your bus and your ticket's gonna be confiscated and all that. So I just want to get on the bus, go home. I'm like, all right, get out of here. So you got in and you got the bus and you left, and I took all that shit and I put it in one of them Greyhound.
that came home with me too.
And I brought it the fuck home. And my roommate Frank, who we met sometimes on the show, was there. Was I pulled out 16 1-ounce bags? I said, "What do we do with it?" He goes, "We sell it." I was like, "I don't smoke this shit. I don't know what it's all about." He's like, "Well, there's only one fucking way to do this, isn't there?" So we got a bong. And we drove to the head shop, like right there, bought like one of them, the big blue plastic ones.
Dude, for you to do a bong rip for your first fucking time is wild.
Yep. And that started it. I sold half of that and I smoked the rest.
Dude, I remember my first
Let's turn into Breaking Bad real quick.
I'm telling you, that was
smoked weed. I smoked it out of my dad's pipe, like his tobacco pipe.
Oh, see, you can't smoke out of a tobacco pipe, not in my opinion.
We didn't.
That's what we're talking about. Is tobacco.
Why? We can talk about it. It's legal where I am. It's illegal
it's
everywhere.
legal here too now.
Yeah.
So
it's not legal here. Not legal on streaming.
Nobody knows where you are. You're in the internet land. So wherever you live, dude, it's legal, isn't it? Yes. You live in a legalized state, don't you? I don't know what you just said. Your mic's all fucked up.
So it's safe to say that everybody sold a little bit of tobacco in here?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
dude, are you kidding me? We're all tobacco merchants. No ATF, please. You know what? I'm going to tell you this. Maybe we're 1 hour and 8 minutes in. Maybe we should wrap this up before we do get knocks on our doors. Besides, I got that steak over here that's calling my name, man.
You know how many states it's legal in now? I think you're good, bro.
Yeah, how many states is it legal in? That's a good question. Do we know?
We can find out.
It's not long, dude. I give it 10 years before it's federally decriminalized all the way. It's just too popular. There's too much money to be made.
24 states.
So almost half. Just short of half. That's not bad.
24 since Colorado and Washington became the first.
Doesn't matter what's legal, guys. We're not a dispensary, okay? So it's not legal. Anyways, guys, like I said, we appreciate the time you guys have brought here with us, guys. Thank you for my brother for being a guest on the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us, dude. Yeah. It was fun.
It was nice.
Come back again,
guys.
But guys, again, if you just followed us, or if you've been already following us, we appreciate that. If you subscribed, we appreciate you even more. We love you guys. If you're always looking for new content, check out PNS Studios on YouTube, Twitch. YouTube's where we load everything up from Phat and Spicy's Behind the Pint to all of our news shows. Critical Idiots coming out this Monday, guys.
I'm stoked for Monday, dude.
This Monday, guys. Join us out for our new show, Critical Idiots. If you like D&D and you like hearing storytelling and stuff like that, 2-3 p.m. EST is where we're starting, guys. We'll have 5 additional guests, or 4 additional guests aside from me, and Spicy include us 3, so 5 in total, plus our DM. But
plus our DM.
As always, guys, I'm Phat.
I'm Spicy,
and this has been the Phat and Spicy Show.
Dude, your brother's cool, dude. We need to have him on more often. That was awesome.
I'm still trying to think about how you did a bong rip for the first time, dude. Like that's a harsh hit.
Oh, I'm not telling you I didn't cough my nuts off. I absolutely.
Huh?
Spaghetti.